freedom. You noticed I don't have blaze orange on me. Suki doesn't have her green vest on her. Monday, November 23rd, the day after hunting season ended. Well, the first day of no hunting season. We can be outside and not be afraid of being shot. Unless we want to be afraid of being shot by an archer, which I'm not. Or a black powder rifleman, which I'm not. We haven't been able to be outside and free to walk wherever we want. I've mainly kept to the yard up by the house. I want to go down to Otter Pond and see what it's been doing. Well, where the hell did she go? I did not pay attention to which direction she went. I think it was Otter Pond direction. Out of sight for me. I'm taking the scenic route. Two weeks hasn't done any changes up here. And more ice. Yeah, frozen solid. That's good. It's good for walking on. Looks like the beaver has been at work to some little extent. This is higher than it was, but where's his escape hole? There isn't one. He's a strange beaver. He's not observing the rules of norm. All right. Our Mr. President continues to defy the rules of civility and polite society. He hasn't a bone in his body that understands any of that. I was reading yesterday how he is in for big trouble the moment he steps out of the White House in his presidential term legally. He's got lawsuits lined up to take action of that private citizen he will be. And I'm wondering how are they going to get him out of the White House if he continues to defy all of the rules. I swallowed something wrong half an hour ago trying to eat breakfast. That's why my voice is a bit high-pitched. Are they going to have to send in the military to physically roust him out? Suki. She's been cooped up. Has had no opportunity to be out and running. A few times we walked up to the mailbox. Well, that was nice, but just not the same. It's chilly out here. A little bit of a breeze and ooh, I was thinking of not wearing gloves. It's sunny. I was still living in early October when such things could be done, such as going outside without gloves on. I've got an appointment for December 15th to meet with my dermatologist. I began thinking a few days ago, well, Jesus, is that going to be dangerous? I can't leave my mask on while he's examining my face. I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to reschedule. I'm tempted. I think that's what I'm going to do. It isn't like an emergency. I don't want to take any risks. Oh, sweetheart. There we are. I'm reading about, I think it's ironic. No, it's not ironic. I think it's wonderful how the New Yorker has kept right up with Trump from day one in the White House. I don't know where this camera's aiming. And they have had cover cartoons roundly and soundly making fun of that prig. He's not a prig by a long shot, just a prick. Reading about Joseph McCarthy and how he destroyed lives out of an ego that just wouldn't let him play fair and play right, courteously right. It's just a travesty how many people we have in high places that they were never raised with parenting, taught what's right from wrong. And you don't behave that way, quote unquote, when they're children. The other senators on McCarthy's subcommittee stopped attending the hearings since McCarthy dominated everything, and so it became his personal star chamber. He could subpoena anyone. He called 546 witnesses in the year and a half he ran the show and was answerable to no one. Sound familiar? As for McCarthy-Trump comparison, he more than makes the case. The likeness is uncanny. McCarthy was a bomb thrower, and in a sense, that is all he was. He would make an outrageous charge, almost always with little or no evidentiary basis, and then he would surf the aftershocks. When these subsided, he threw another bomb. He knew that every time he did it, reporters had two options. They could present what he said neutrally, or they could contest its veracity. He cared little which they did, nor did he care that. In his entire career as a communist hunter, he never sent a single, quote, subversive, unquote, to jail. What mattered was that he was controlling the conversation. It's Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving. And a lot of people are going to be hopefully spending it in their own homes with their own people that live in that home and nobody else. My God, we've got to get control of this, folks. So I promised Mary Lee that I was going to bring cranberry sauce for them. Don't tell anybody, but these cranberries have been in the freezer for a year. But they look just fine. I've sort of been going back and forth myself of what I want to make for tomorrow. I bought the ingredients for green bean casserole, the old classic. That there are probably a lot of people that roll their eyes and go, yuck, but it's comfort food to the max, so I think I'm going to make that for sure. And make stovetop stuffing. I have a box of that, and that is surprisingly tasty, the good flavors of Thanksgiving. And I may get a boneless, skinless, frozen chicken breast out of the freezer, and I'm not sure how I want to prepare that. Dog hair. I've been struggling with Suki shedding, brushing her every other or every third day. Cover, I guess it's a tablecloth on the love seat currently is really gross. I gotta change it, or at least vacuum it. I have a coverlet, an old shower curtain that I use on the bed with diaper pins to hold it in so I can take it off and launder it. But it's fabric in a shiny, but it's not grippy like a cotton tablecloth or whatever. So it doesn't hold on to the dog hair like these other coverlets I have do. So I've been looking for another shower curtain on Amazon, and they run $15. Most of them are weighted on the bottom side. Well, crap. You know, it's not made to use for a love seat cover. I'd have to order the extra large. It's 84 inches high. I'd use it wide. And then yesterday afternoon, when I was searching for that shower curtain that I could order, I thought, and I have thought all along, well, I know they make covers, head covers for furniture, but they're going to be what, $50, $75? I can't afford that. But I thought, on the off chance, let's go look. Well, heck, you can get them for $25, and they fit. They're cut for going up the back, coming down the front, going over the arms, and there's even a strap that goes around the back of the love seat to hold it in play. Wow, okay. I ordered one. It's going to be here next Monday. Black Monday, was it? Or is it? Anyhow, I'm excited because it's a heavier duty than a tablecloth. Made for vacuuming, it's made for washing, it's somewhat water resistant. That's not particularly a concern for me, but why not? I get a real kick out of this. I'm assuming you can read that. If you can't, it says wash and rinse before using. Wash and rinse. So if you're going to wash them, that must mean you're going to use soapy water, because they say rinse, wash and rinse. So you're going to rinse off the soapy water when you've washed them. How do you wash them? You do each berry? I think they would have been fine if they had just said rinse before using. Yeah. Pay attention, Chris. Get out the rotten ones. You. Some of these look very unwholesome. Buggered up. Alrighty. That seems a little soupy. I've been through this before. There's a magic, perfect cooking amount that's hard to judge when you're cooking it, because as it cools, it thickens, and it's difficult to know when you're cooking. And I don't ever go by perfect amount of time, because when does it begin to boil? When do you officially say, okay, it's boiling now, set the timer for 7 minutes or whatever you would? I've always sort of gone by and learned by thickness and how it's going to thicken up as it cools and gets chilled. You overdo it, it gets really too thick. You know, their copywriter, is a little quirky in his or her thinking. You know, the wash and rinse. But then I get on the back here, on the front. Delicious recipes available on back. Why not just say delicious recipes on back? Available on back sort of means it's available to you, but you got to do something before it's opened up to you. Oh, now here they say on the back, to use cranberries now, rinse in cool water, drain. So the person who wrote this on the back was working in a different cubicle from the person who said wash and rinse. They should get together on their vernacular or their verbiage. Well, I was going to reset the timer, wasn't I? Now I'm going to overdo these. How much you want to bet? I don't care. I'm not going to be eating them. Well, I think that might have to do. That's right. I'm just remembering that green bean casserole and stovetop stuffing. A few years ago, I combined those two into one, and it was excellent. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I've even thought about cutting up the chicken or poaching the chicken and then cutting it up and putting it in chunks in the green bean casserole. I'd like to have a couple of different, 2-3 different things, so you can take a mouthful of this and eat it and have that flavor, then a mouthful of the other and have that flavor, rather than have them all combined into each forkful tastes the same. But I like the idea of putting the chicken, cooked chicken, into the green bean stuffing dish. I think that's what I'll do. I've just solved that huge problem. Yeah, well, I don't like that. It's too thin, but no, leave it open. Nice thing about having a Bilko door on the north side of the house is that's a nice cold pantry. I can go down the basement, open the insulated door, and put these right on the steps out in the cold part. They're free from being harmed by animals. They will cool well, and I don't have to worry about making refrigerator space. All right, what am I going to do here? Set this for...
Starting day 5 in the Czech Republic. It has been a beautiful trip so far. I've met so many cool people and ridden so many great trails. This might be the last day. It may not. I'm going to be here for a few more days, but the weather is going to turn into horrifically rainy over the next few days. So that might be the end of it. It might not be. Who knows? But for the rest of the people on this trip, this is the end of the trip for the single tracker tour of Czech MTB holidays. Sebastian may be a downhill champ, but I'm an uphill champ. Wow. We just got triple green out here. It really is that green. Going down. Oh. Ooh. Got offline a little bit. would have been in the muck and the mire. Slow pedal over the bars. Looks like it was this little root here. It was perfect leverage, and I kind of went up. That's crazy. I was looking up the trail. I haven't looked at much of my footage yet, but I hope it's capturing how beautiful this place is. Saw some wildlife. A few deer just ran out in front of us, hauling ass. Man, this is like the biggest wide open meadow I've ever ridden in. Couldn't they build some homes out here? Maybe a McDonald's? Dirt surfing. Whoop.
That's it for this time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button. See you next time.